Get ready to have your minds blown by some seriously sneaky smugglers. From subs shaped like fish to beauty products with a dirty secret, we're counting down the top 15 most creative crooks in the world of illicit trade. Let's dive right in and meet our number 15 contender. The clever meth viggies. Imagine this: 2 trucks packed up with what looked like an innocent haul of cucumbers and jalapenos, all set to sneak into the US from Mexico across the Texas border. But there was a twist. Think those trucks packed with veggies were just harmless produce. Think again. The meth viggies pulled off not 1, but 2 sneaky smuggling stunts at the same border crossing within a single day. Talk about efficiency. They cleverly concealed million worth of meth inside cucumbers and jalapenos, and it was only when a sharp-eyed canine unit gave them a sniff that their scheme was exposed. Now, let's see who comes in at number 14 on our list of masterminds, the Dining on Drugs crew. Get ready for the ultimate dinner party gone wrong. Back in 2009, Spanish authorities stumbled upon a bizarre stash, a 40 two-piece dining set, complete with fancy cups, bowls, plates, and more, all made entirely out of compressed cocaine. We're talking 45 pounds of illicit goods, carefully crafted to blend in with your average household decor. The masterminds behind this operation even added some finishing touches, blue paint, and sunflower decorations, making it the most elaborate dinner party you'll ever hear about. But what's even more shocking is who was behind it: drug lords from Venezuela, taking their game to a whole new level of creativity. You won't believe what's slithering its way into the world of drug trafficking. Number 13 on our list takes a wild turn with snakes on crack. Yes, you read that right. Cartels have been using live boa constrictors as drug mules, packing condoms filled with narcotics inside these unsuspecting snakes. This bizarre method made headlines in a notorious 1,993 incident. But it's not a one-time thing. It's happened multiple times since then. It's mind-boggling that this tactic has worked often enough for cartels to keep using it, leaving us wondering what other wild methods they might have up their sleeves. Let's get to the next shocking entry on our list: hot tamales. In 2014, a sneaky smuggler tried to sneak 7 ounces of cocaine past U.S. border officers at Houston's George Bush International Airport by hiding it inside packets of spicy candy. Talk about a fiery plot that didn't quite ignite as planned. The would-be smuggler got caught red-handed, and their hot tamal scheme went up in flames. Here's how this sneaky smuggler thought he'd beat the system. By disguising 7 ounces of cocaine as a delicious treat, he cleverly replaced the ground meat filling in traditional tamales with the illicit drug and wrapped them snugly in corn husks, making it seem like an innocent snack. The plan seemed foolproof, but this mastermind didn't factor in airport security, where attention to detail is everything. When he failed to declare his suspicious-looking 200 tamal stash on his traveler's declaration, the red flags went up, and guess what? He ended up getting extra scrutiny. But here's where things got wild. Airport security wasn't about to let him slide. When he didn't own up to those 200 suspicious tamals on his traveler's declaration, it triggered a deeper inspection, and guess what? The cocaine tamal plan backfired big time. Officers discovered the hidden stash and seized the drugs before turning this creative crook over to the Houston police. Now, I've got to give it to him. He thought outside the box with that tamal trick. But let's keep going, folks, because things are about to get even weirder. You won't believe what some people will do to get their hands on big bucks. These sneaky smugglers took the cake, or should I say, they took the bottle of shampoo. In 2016, Chilean officials busted an operation that had almost 4 pounds of cocaine disguised as a cream and hidden in regular-looking bottles of shampoo. This was a first for them. Who knew hair care could be a front for illicit activities? It just goes to show you all, when it comes to creative ways to hide cocaine, these guys think they can pull off anything, from powder to liquid, and even hiding it in gas tanks or other everyday items. This crew took the cake with their shampoo stunt. Get ready for some seriously mind-blowing engineering skills. When you think of a college degree, you probably picture a future architect designing skyscrapers or an engineer working on innovative tech projects. But what if that same engineering brainpower was being used to create something way more unconventional? In the world of narco-trafficking, some clever minds have been building their own custom submarines. Yes, you read that right. These aren't salvaged military equipment or run-of-the-mill boats. We're talking about fully fledged, electric-powered subs designed specifically for smuggling massive amounts of narcotics across borders into the US. It's a whole new level of high-tech smuggling. Imagine having an engineering degree put to use in the most unexpected way, crafting high-tech vessels that can dodge detection and slip across borders undetected. That's exactly what's happening with narco submarines, custom-built masterpieces designed by cartel-contracted engineers exclusively for smuggling operations. Their submersible design makes them super tough to detect using traditional methods of drug trafficking surveillance. And even though law enforcement has managed to seize some of these advanced subs, it's believed there are many more hiding beneath the surface. The fact that cartels can create fully functional submarines is not only a testament to their resources, but also a demonstration of just how far they'll go to stay ahead of the game. Now, let's dive into something else, literally. You've seen your fair share of drug traffickers trying to sneak contraband past authorities, but what if I told you the most effective smuggling method might not involve sneaking through a border crossing at all? That's right, some cartels are opting for an unconventional approach, using the sky as their secret delivery route. Now, before we think they're taking to the airwaves with private jets or military-grade choppers, let's be realistic, that's just not happening. But what about something a little more innovative? You won't believe how some desperate smugglers have attempted to outsmart authorities by literally launching their illicit cargo into action. That's right, catapults have been used in the past to blast packs of drugs across international borders. Talk about thinking outside the box, or should I say, catapult. It just goes to show that when it comes to sneaky smuggling methods, these cartels will stop at nothing. Now, let's keep the creative content coming. Hit that subscribe button, enable notifications, and give this video a massive like if you're enjoying our edgy explorations. Get ready for the most epic smuggling story we've got. Meet Drug Jesus. It's the 7-pound, cocaine-filled idol that'll make you question everything. Back in 2008, Border Patrol agents in Laredo, Texas, were about to witness one heck of a creative smuggling stunt when drug-sniffing dogs raised the alarm at the Mexican border crossing. Officers discovered an unlikely suspect, a statue of Jesus Christ. Little did they know, this religious relic had a rather unholy payload. Stay curious and keep exploring with us. If you like what we're sharing, hit that subscribe button now, turn on notifications, and let's get this conversation started. So, what happens when you combine faith and crime? A 7-pound drug Jesus statue that's part plaster, part cocaine got busted at the Texas-Mexico border back in 2008. But here's the twist. This was no ordinary statue. It was a religious icon turned illicit cargo, the mastermind behind this plan. A 61-year-old man who thought he could outsmart Border Patrol with an offer you wouldn't expect to transport a Jesus statue across the border. We're not saying it was genius, but it's definitely one of the wildest smuggling stunts on our list. What do you think? Would you have fallen for this unlikely cargo? Share your thoughts in the comments below and keep the conversation going by hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel for more mind-blowing stories. Meet the Tunnel Architects, a group that takes the phrase "think outside the box" to a whole new level. Using underground passageways isn't exactly rocket science. But when it comes to sheer scale and complexity, the Sinaloa cartel's tunnel network, led by notorious kingpin Joaquin Guzman, aka El Chapo, is in a league of its own. Imagine a border between Mexico and the US that looks like Swiss cheese. That's basically what Guzman's crew created with their extensive network of interconnected tunnels. And let's be honest, when it comes to tunnel vision, no one beats El Chapo. What do you think drove these masterminds to take their smuggling game underground? Share your theories in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more jaw-dropping stories about the world of crime and beyond. You won't believe how El Chapo outsmarted his captors twice. After one of his many arrests, Guzman used a mile-long underground escape route to make a dramatic break for freedom, proving that when it comes to tunnel vision, this guy was the ultimate mastermind. But before pulling off that daring jailbreak, he commissioned an architect to design a secret passageway between a lawyer's house and one of his warehouses. The project was just getting started. With the first tunnel as a blueprint, the Sinaloa cartel embarked on building an epic underground empire featuring power lines, motorized cars, and ventilation systems. This elaborate network allowed them to move massive amounts of drugs across the border between Mexico and the US undetected. But what truly sets these architects apart is that they took the art of tunnel making to new heights. Literally, they were the first in the world of drug smuggling to, pause for dramatic effect, go vertical, building multi-level tunnels that changed the game forever. What do you think it takes to push the boundaries like this? Share your thoughts in the comments below and hit that like button to join our community of curious minds. Get ready for the most jaw-dropping drug smuggling tale you've ever heard. It's a real killer. As cartels got better at sniffing out their tactics, the authorities started closing in on their methods. So, to throw them off the scent, these cunning smugglers turned to an unexpected approach: dead sharks. That's right, they attempted to hide cocaine inside frozen fishy friends and ship them across the border. It's a shark-themed heist that will have you hooked from the start, but did it reel in the reward or leave them high and dry? Let us know in the comments if you think this gruesome yet genius plan could have actually worked. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more mind-blowing stories. Dive into one of the most outrageous drug smuggling attempts ever, a fantastic fail that will leave you speechless. In 2009, in Mexico's Yucatan, cartels thought they had the catch of the day hiding cocaine inside frozen sharks to fool authorities. But it seems their plan was just a fish out of water. This wasn't even the first time the Sinaloa cartel, led by notorious El Chapo, used seafood as a sneaky smuggling disguise. Who knew fish could be so shady? While their shark tactic got caught, let's give them credit for creativity. After all, it takes a lot to think outside the box. But just like sharks adapting in the wild, these smugglers will keep evolving, and we can't wait to see what they come up with next. Share your thoughts on this jaw-dropping heist in the comments below, and hit that notification bell for more mind-blowing stories from around the world. Get ready to meet the queenpin who ruled with an iron fist, Griselda Blanco, aka the cocaine godmother. This fearless female villain is one of the most notorious figures in the world of organized crime. With aliases like Black Widow and Queen of Narco-Trafficking, it's no wonder why she sent shivers down spines in 80s and 90s Miami. But who was this lady before she became a legend? Let's dive into her mysterious past and explore what made her one of the most dominant forces in the cocaine trade. From her humble beginnings to her reign as a top dog, Griselda's story is a wild ride you won't want to miss. Share your thoughts on this infamous female figure in the comments below and get ready for more unbelievable true stories. Buckle up for the wild ride that is Griselda Blanco's life. This self-proclaimed cocaine godmother started dealing deadly blows from an insane young age. allegedly taking her first victim at just 11 years old. By adulthood, her cocaine empire was pumping out cash like crazy, and she was living large, throwing parties that would put the wildest celebrity bashes to shame and flaunting designer duds in between crack breaks. But beneath the glamour, Blanco's true calling was chaos. Experts estimate a staggering 2,000 lives lost during her reign of terror. And get this, she became the world's first female billionaire criminal, making moves that would make any business mogul jealous. However, all good things must come to an end, and after a lifetime of crime, Blanco faced justice, but not before cementing her notorious legacy forever. What do you think about Griselda's jaw-dropping story? Let us know in the comments below. And now, let's shift gears and get into some crazy smart, yet super shady, drug smuggling tactics. Check out number 4 on our cocaine cast countdown. A guy tries to sneak a massive amount of cocaine past airport security in Spain by hiding it in, you guessed it, his broken leg cast. This sly smuggler thought he'd found the perfect disguise, but little did he know, the Spanish police have seen this trick before, and trust us, they were not casting a blind eye. They swooped in to catch him red-handed, or should we say, red-casted. But here's what takes it to another level. Not only was he hiding the cocaine inside his cast, but he'd also rigged it with a special mechanism that would release the drugs if he was caught. Talk about planning for every eventuality, and also getting busted in spectacular fashion. What do you think is the most outrageous drug smuggling tactic you've ever heard of? Share your thoughts in the comments below. You won't believe number 4 on our cocaine cast countdown. A guy's plan to sneak cocaine past airport security in Barcelona takes a wild turn. This clever crook thought he'd outsmart the police with his ingenious hiding spot inside a broken leg cast gay. But here's the jaw-dropping twist: the entire cast was made of cocaine. That's right, the man was basically wearing a portable cocaine factory on his arm. Spanish authorities had to think fast when they used their special spray that turns blue upon contact with the illegal substance. And when it lit up, they realized the cast itself was contraband. This sly smuggler didn't just stop at the suspicious cast, he also had 6 cans of beer and 2 hollowed-out stools full of cocaine stashed on him. We're left wondering how exactly that broken leg happened. But one thing's for sure, this guy won't be walking free anytime soon. The police even kept a close eye on him while he was being treated at the hospital. Talk about having your freedom cast aside. Share your reactions in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button for more out-of-this-world stories from our Cocaine Cast series. Get ready for number 3 on our list, the story of Frank Lucas, a name that'll make your skin crawl. This Harlem-born mastermind turned the world of organized crime on its head with his bold move to eliminate middlemen in the drug trade. Leveraging connections within the US military, Frank Lucas built an operation that brought heroin directly from Vietnamese poppies straight into American streets. But what took his notoriety to a whole new level was his chilling method of smuggling, hiding cocaine and heroin inside coffins, often alongside deceased soldiers returning from the Vietnam War. It's a gruesome twist on the phrase dead weight. Frank Lucas' life became so infamous that it even inspired a film by Ridley Scott. Talk about a dark legacy, but Frank Lucas' reign wasn't unchallenged. His high-grade heroin and ruthless tactics kept competitors at bay, while he played both sides against each other, exploiting corruption within the NIPI to stay one step ahead of the law. However, in 1976, a probe finally caught up with him, landing him a whopping 70-year sentence. But Frank wasn't ready to roll over just yet. He turned informant and managed to reduce his time behind bars to just 5 years. You'd think that would be enough, but this kingpin had one more trick up his sleeve. In '84, he got pinched again for more drug crimes and served 7 additional years. After his release, Lucas lived a long life until 2019, When his remarkable tale of clever smuggling and evasion came to an end at the age of 88, you won't believe this next part. A 91-year-old Sunday churchgoer, dressed to impress in his dapper tweed ensembles, found himself in the headlines for an unexpected reason. He was accused of smuggling cocaine into Australia from India, with a whopping 11 pounds of the stuff allegedly hidden among soap bars that were supposed to be innocuous. Victor Torts might just hold the record for oldest person charged with drug trafficking. But here's where it gets even wild. It turns out this unsuspecting senior citizen was actually duped by online scammers who posed as legitimate buyers, convincing him he was shipping harmless soap, not cocaine. Victor Torts, the 91-year-old churchgoer with a penchant for tweed, took a dramatic turn when he found himself at the center of a mind-blowing drug smuggling scandal. With his strong Christian faith guiding him, he boldly declared that whoever tricked him should face divine retribution. A fiery lake from the Book of Revelations. But here's what's even more astonishing. Torts had no idea he was caught up in something shady. He genuinely believed he was shipping gifts, not cocaine. Given to him just before his flight, these soap bars were actually 11 pounds of the real deal. Lucky for this unsuspecting senior, authorities saw through the ruse and realized he'd been duped by scammers. And the best part, charges against him were dropped in 2016, thanks to evidence pointing to his innocence. A true lesson that age is no barrier when it comes to being swindled. Meet the masterminds behind clever cons, scammers who'll stop at nothing to get their hands on unsuspecting accomplices. But let's talk about real-life players in the high-stakes game of global drug trafficking. Number 1 on our list is none other than notorious El Chapo, born Joaquin Archivaldo Guzman Loera. This infamous kingpin might have looked like your friendly neighborhood guy next door, but don't be fooled. Behind that innocent face was a ruthless leader of the Sinaloa cartel, responsible for flooding the US with an arsenal of illicit substances, weed, meth, cocaine, and more. Formed in the 1980s, this massive gang quickly rose to notoriety, becoming one of the world's most feared drug cartels. And El Chapo was at the helm, rising through the ranks to lead this criminal empire with an iron fist. El Chapo's reign of terror left an indelible mark on history, and it all began with a deadly move that shattered an uneasy truce between rival cartels back in 2006. In a shocking act of violence, El Chapo orchestrated the assassination of a key figure from a competing gang, sparking a brutal drug war that would ravage Mexico for years to come. The devastating aftermath was staggering: over 60,000 lives lost, tens of thousands of people kidnapped, and countless more victims of heinous crimes. But the kingpin's lavish lifestyle wasn't without its setbacks. He'd already tasted freedom twice before, first escaping prison in 2001 after greasing palms with a whopping $1 million to bribe nearly 80 officials. His third stint behind bars was shorter-lived, as he tunneled his way out of prison in 2015. However, this time around, El Chapo's luck ran out after being recaptured and finally extradited to the US.